Okay, so now you're all practiced up and you're ready to deliver a breathtaking intro for us?
Bear.
What's the name of the channel?
The Breakdown Lounge.
No, Bear, it's the Lounge Break.
No, it isn't.
I know.
You made me feel bad for getting it wrong.
Watch the equipment.
Welcome to the Breakdown Lounge, where we break down music videos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We just did Muse, Halloween.
Yes.
You make me feel like it's Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do Ghost, Cerise, I guess is that how you would pronounce that?
I think so.
And we actually, on the way up here, which we explained in our last video, we had a power outage, so we came up to our friend's place to hang out. And on the way up here, it's a 45-minute drive, we listened to, I think it was Imperia, the album that you selected, their latest album, and we've, right?
It was a couple different albums, I think.
Oh, was there a collection of stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in any case, we got to listen to a bunch of Ghost stuff because we enjoyed the first video that we did, Spillways, which I did, and then I showed her. She really liked it, so we agreed to do some more Ghost. Plus, a lot of people seem to really enjoy and appreciate this group, and I was certainly surprised by their performance and what I saw in Spillways. Not at all what I expected. And having listened to a lot of their music coming up here yesterday, I still hold that stance. They're very impressive. They give me kind of 70s, 80s prog rock, like almost Yes, but then they have that, doom metal feel to them as well. So very interesting, very unique, and we're excited to see more of what they have to offer. And we were about to decide between Little Miss Sunshine and this track, and I started the first couple seconds for her to see each video, and we were engaged by both almost at once. So ultimately we decided on this one, Cirrus, and we're gonna start it now. So
yeah, I'm actually really surprised I've never heard of them before.
Same, yeah.
Considering this is like kind of my favorite genre is into this kind of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited. I look forward to looking into all their albums and all their music videos and stuff.
Yeah, and maybe we'll do more videos for them on this channel. Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, if you want to see other videos we've done, check out the shit down below, whatever that's called. And there's links and ways to support the channel are there. Travels with the Gypsy Lotus. If you don't want to donate and buy us a cup of coffee or a drink or whatever, and you want something for your money, that's a book I've been working on for 8 years that, you can get something for your money's worth, and it really supports the channel. Of course, likes, comments, subscribing are all great ways to support the channel to help us keep us do what we're doing. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and kick it off. This is Ghost, Cerise.
We're going to be late.
Can you hear the rumble? Can you hear the rumble that's coming? I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the scars inside you. I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the scars inside you.
Let's hold it right there. Mute your phone, would you? So let's talk about that up into that point. I love the way that this is shot in that kind of grainy old 80s style footage, classic horror film kind of thing, which it has a very reminiscent vibe of.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is it sets it up really well.
Yeah, and even the flash of the title page on the is very reminiscent of like old school horror pics, especially like Exorcist and stuff like that. And then the slow build up of just keys and maybe an acoustic guitar into that initial riff, and then build up to the heavier distorted guitars. There's some swelling violins underneath with a separate piano melody running in the background, all very cool, building up, takes its time to really create that. It feels very much like classic early Sabbath, setting it up and then kind of moving through that chugging verse, and then we get into this break that pulls everything back and goes more to acoustic instrumentation and piano as he's kind of making that connection with this young girl and the audience. Very unexpected change in tone, I feel like.
Yeah, I've been like hooked since the beginning. Like the whole thing has been very like entrancing.
Mm-hmm.
And I totally took me back seeing like the little kid playing this. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah.
And especially with all the like, Catholic paraphernalia on him and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kind of thrown it for a loop since it's technically like a Catholic talent show.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting they throw that in there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall the sense we're getting from this band, from their music and the videos that we've seen, is they're true artists in the sense of the total vision that they have for their brand and packaging of who they are, right? Mm-hmm. They've got all in together the pieces of being very diverse musically, prog rock based, but also like the elements of metal, the elements of pop, mm-hmm. and the level of theatrical performance in their videos and the directions they take with their videos. Just all around, I can see why, this video has like 58 million views. It's like 7 years old, and we're in a sense seeing a different era of what kind of genres they were toying with then versus what we saw with like Spillways currently, which is more, in my opinion, more melodic and piano driven and a little more poppy and stuff like that. So we'll see what the rest is here, see if we can make through the rest.
A candle casting a faint glow. You and I see eye to eye. Can you hear the thunder? I can hear the thunder that's breaking. Now there is nothing between us. From now our merge is eternal. Can't you see that you're lost? Can't you see that you're lost without me? I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. see through the stars inside you. I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the stars inside you. Can't you see that you're lost without me? I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the stars inside you. I can feel the thunder that's breaking in your heart. I can see through the stars inside you.
What the fuck? So we got a little bit of Carrie going on there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Dang.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I think that's really interesting. So, like I said, this video is 7 years old, but right before this, we did Muse's You Make Me Feel Like It's Halloween, which was a total ode to Stephen King's The Shining and Jason and all things Halloween related. Mm-hmm. And then we watched this, we just kind of picked whatever else, and we chose this song. And now we've got 80s horror film, Carrie style, the girl. Well, I won't get too much into what we saw from a story standpoint more so, but I thought it was kind of funny that at the end the suits were like the most impressed by what just happened there, the corporate people. But yeah, so I want to go back we go back into the verse, and then it transitions again, and coming out of that second interlude where it drops to the piano and he's speaking to the girl and things are kind of pulled back again, when it returns and kind of kicks back in, we went into almost like a power ballad kind of vibe with the guitar, which I was trying to pinpoint and analyze like the notes, the tone of the guitar. And I don't know if it was just a compressor they were using, or maybe there was some backing with that weird piano keyboard thing that they were doing. But I thought the guitar tone was kind of a departure. Well, the whole section being having a power ballad feel to it just seems very injected into this piece. But we've already talked that this band makes very interesting decisions from a musical standpoint. So this becoming more, I'm becoming more accustomed to it with their style of music. So that was really cool. And then, of course, whatever those keys were, whatever kind of instrument that was, again, if anybody has inside info on, whatever the pieces are that I'm missing here, very interested. And the band, too. We'd probably love some backstory on this band if you guys can provide any. I usually, the first time I'm starting to get into a brand new band or a band not familiar with, I love to ask the audience instead of just going and looking it up because I enjoy the feedback from you guys. But And then usually you have cool stories too, maybe seeing live
Yeah.
performance and stuff like that. I really like seeing that from the classic rock videos I've done, is being able to see some of those stories of different things. You know, when Queen released, you know, we will rock you, or We Are the Champions, and you know, somebody's undefeated on their high school trip coming home, and cool stuff like that. So what are your thoughts, Bear, on that closing out? Any other thoughts?
No, I thought it was awesome. Like those 2 points where, you know, the whole tempo changes and he's getting in, you know, one-on-one with the girl is very like, I mean, I would felt like I was right there in between the two of them. That was definitely interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like how much emotion kind of goes into that part.
Yeah.
So I think it was a really good music video too.
Mm-hmm.
Very engaging and interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Well, another good video. Thanks for joining us for it, guys. Make sure you subscribe to see other stuff that we do in the future. We love your likes. We love your comments. And other ways to support the channel. Other videos we've done down below. And, yeah, maybe we'll do some more spooky stuff in the future. Oh, I was going to say, let us know what other songs from this group you'd like us to do. If there's any live performances, that would be something we could get into. That would be really cool. I'd love to see these guys in a live setting. And I know Square Hammer, Call Me Sunshine, Mr. Sunshine or something like that. There's been a couple more recommendations that people have been hinting at to get into next. So, yeah, we've got tons of other great stuff coming besides that, but we love your feedback. I try to make this a give and take of what I want to show you guys and what you guys want to show us. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.